Jürgen, I want to start on Trent, please, because obviously when speaking about him being left out of the squad to face Germany, Gareth Southgate said we had Kieran, who at the moment I feel his all-round game is ahead of Trent's. I just wonder, what are your thoughts on what's been said, and what conversation have you had with Trent over the situation that he's facing, battling to get to a World Cup, and does he even need a pick-me-up at all? Does he need a lift at the moment?
Do you really want to open this box? I mean it. No, actually, you're an English journalist, and we can now discuss selections, whatever, until the World Cup starts. It's one of the reasons why you make massive stories of these kind of things, why the team cannot prepare properly. If you ask me for my honest opinion, we will create headlines. That's clear. You want that? Helps Germany, maybe. I'm not sure, but doesn't help England. I don't know why we do that. It's a situation. A manager picks a player or not, which I would decide obviously differently. But I'm not in charge for this team, and that's why it is so. If we want to discuss it, I have a lot of things to say, but I'm really not sure that it makes sense.
I'm happy to discuss it as well.
Yeah, and of course you are happy.
I mean, I find it surprising that he's...
Is anybody else interested in the subject, or is it just Guy?
I find it interesting only because...
Dom is not here.
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Sorry, I'm hiding. Yeah.
I find it interesting because obviously Trent has won just 17 caps since his debut in 2018, and only one of those has come in the last year as well. We all know the qualities that Trent has. So I'm just wondering as well how it impacts him, because obviously desperate to go to World Cup, he'd like to be a starting fullback for England as well, I'd imagine. So you've got a situation to manage a player here, but also I'm wondering, does he need a pick-me-up? What's been said about it?
We are fine here because it's completely different, because obviously I see him differently. That's clear, that's obvious. There are stories out there that all the time people talk about him and say he's not a good defender. That's not true. He's a good defender. He doesn't defend always good. That's true as well. That's what we are working on. He's a young player. He's 23. And there's space for improvement, definitely. But I think really we only discuss it on the level we discuss it because his offensive impact is so extreme for us, or it could be for each team in the world, I would say. So from my point of view, it's easy. It's an easy pick. Whichever team I would coach in the moment, I would sign him because he's exceptional. Is he always exceptional? No. I never met a player who's always exceptional. So that's it now. But the rest now it's Gareth's job to find a team. And England is obviously blessed with a lot of really, really talented players on a similar position, and it's difficult to line them all up together. In this specific case, it could work because obviously Reece James can play in a three in the back. They did that for Chelsea pretty well. Would be probably interesting to see how they could interchange positioning. We all see that when you play, it depends to how you play with three in the back. If you keep them deep, then it's a different story. But if you want to have them, being involved in offensive situations, then Reece James, even as a centre back, could be involved in that. All these kind of things, the tactical stuff, not too interesting. But again, it's Gareth's decision, and we made a decision. And again, the only thing I can really say, I see it differently, but that doesn't mean it's right or wrong. I just see him every day, and for Trent now, that's probably the most important. He came back. He came not in, and was in party mood, but he was not. He just accepts the decision of the manager as well, because he understands football pretty well. He's an extremely smart boy, and did everything right. And as a player, you never can do more than offer what you can offer. And then in football, there's one guy who decides if that's enough or not, and that's the manager. And here, more often than not, it is. It's the case that he's picked, and for England, obviously not. Yeah. That's it. I understand. It's clear. For me, he's a world-class player, and not playing then for the country is difficult. But it's only because there are other players who are pretty good as well, and play for world-class teams as well. So that's how it is. And